rinse, repeat. Just another day in life. And occasionally use the Gorgon's eye.
Kratos can turn creatures into stone with his magical abilities.
Hey man, that's not cool, man.
Sort of like Britney Spears, only that's a certain part of her anatomy.
Kratos used his mighty lightning bolts to slay the demon minions of the underworld.
So I was on Twitter the other day and tweeted about how I ripped an undead in half and how it made me feel and finally realize what it was I lacked in my life. A puppy. I want a puppy when I'm done with this. With only 2 followers on my Twitter, that would be Tom from MySpace, who's trying to get people to come off of Facebook to use MySpace by using other media devices like Twitter. Don't ask me, I don't get the marketing strategy. And my ex-wife, who just uses Twitter to make sure I pay child support. Yep.
Well, Kratos has reached the road to Athens again, which he reached earlier, but then found a secret trapdoor on the ground. And then he ran up the stairs.
Those curtains kind of remind me of vagina.
Except Ares was gone, and it's now daytime. And he walked into the light, which instantly saved his game, and then he ran down the stairway. Kratos knew that ahead was the main part of his epic journey.
Oh, I did?
Yes, you did.
And do tell, what is the main part of my epic journey?
The going in of this door. That is the main part of your journey. Then Kratos entered the desert of the lost souls.
Why do they call it the Desert of the Lost Souls?
Okay, fine. It's the desert of the lost souls.
Yeah, I like desserts.
He continued to run, except he couldn't see very well.
Oh, what do we have here?
Oi! Kratos! Welcome to the desert of the lost souls. Or is it desert? I can't remember what the narrator said.
What are you talking about? I'm just here to pick up another new
Shut
tower.
I'm here to tell you that you must cross the desert.
Doing how? How? I can't see through all this sand.
Cross the desert using the power of the sirens. You will hear them. It's clear as day. You must kill them all. And once you do, you will
What?
find a magical place.
If you weren't a statue, I would swear you were smoking something.
Shut up! This magical place lies far beyond the desert. And
Oh,
there
really?
you will find the key to defeating Ares. It is on top of this
Oh. Wow.
giant
What the?
Titan. I call him Larry, but the gods call him Big Larry. On top
What
of
they
Larry,
didn't realize was his real name was Bill.
Fortress of Solitude. Superman lives there, and if you go into it, you will find Superman. He will help you defeat Ares. So go find the sirens and stuff.
Now, if I remember Greek mythos correctly, weren't sirens the ones that lured sailors to their death?
What Kratos didn't realize was he was actually in the ocean. This is all a hallucination.
I drank the pee, didn't I?
So Kratos continued his journey to find Giant Bill and climb on his back. But first, he had to conquer the desert of the lost souls.
As long as I get my cherry at the end, I don't give.
But Kratos is now going in a circle.
What would you have me do, Mr. Narrator, Mr. All-Knowing, Mr. Omnipresent, Mr. I'm only going to give you tips when I get bored? Yeah, I didn't think you had a response, did you? 'Cause I'm Kratos, motherfucker. What are you? You're just an omniscient voice that can't do anything. All you can do is talk. Yeah, that's right. You're my bitch.
Kratos could hear nothing but the wind and the sand blowing in his face, because there was nothing going on and he did not know which way to go.
You know what? Fuck you, Mr. Narrator. You know what? When all this is over, I'm gonna make you my bitch. I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna make you my bitch.
Kratos,
What?
you gotta listen for the sirens, Kratos.
I'm not so good with the hearing. Sirens. Is there a tornado or something? Or an ambulance? A popo? Or do I simply just keep running and 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 standing and standing and standing and standing and standing and running and running and running and running and running and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and jumping 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 and running and running and running and running and running and running and running. What are you? Oh, let me grab you. I could have use of a bitch like you. Hit circle.
Let's go! I have no purpose other than opening this door.
Oh, good. I have to find more sirens to hide. Not sure where I'm supposed to find them. It's not like I can just plug it into me fancy GPS. Find sirens. Take a left in 2.3 miles. Expect me to run 2.3 miles through a fucking desert. What can I do? And running, 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 and jumping, and running, 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 and running.
For the narrator decided that Kratos must be quiet.
I don't think the narrator has much of a choice in the matter. I don't see the narrator. Maybe Kratos is really handy, keeping himself occupied by
Well, the
doing...
siren has been found, so Kratos must do battle.
It's not that hard, you know, just break its neck. It's done. They're quick until you grab them, and then it's fun. Breaking their neck. Watch for it. Boom!